Alright now, hello and welcome. It is a beautiful early morning. We are on the main bridge, of course, in the wonderful city of Ljubljana. So come along with me and explore it. It's going to be a little bit of a mix between a vlog and a city guide. So I'll show you all the things to see and do. And of course, hopefully a little bit of history along the way and some nice drone shots. So make sure you stay for them. Anyway, little teaser, let's go. Now, so let's get started, shall we? The church bells are ringing behind me and we're in probably the most iconic part of the city. So we have got Tromostovje, I think that's how you say it, which means 3 bridges. So as you can see here, this is the main part, and then there's 2 parts just to the side of it. And we've got the most beautiful pink Franciscan Church just behind me. It really makes for a wonderful view, but of course it's still an early morning. It's about 6:50. The city is just slowly starting to come to life. But anyway, we've got the old town over that way, so we're probably going to head over there. We've got the new town over that way. Of course, we've got plenty of things to see, so let's get started. Making my way into the old town, I get the perfect teaser onto the castle up above, which we'll enjoy some amazing views from later. But for now, we get to enjoy the main square in the old town all to ourselves. I was surprised actually by the somewhat simple beauty and charm near the old town hall. But the main centrepiece for me is this wonderful marble fountain. I couldn't help but admire the pristine and glowing stonework, sculpted by the Venetian Francesco Roba, whose signature can be identified on his work in the form of 2 adjoining fingers. Tempted to head in the direction of the town hall, something else catches my eye first. The prominent and yellow steeple of St. Nicholas's Cathedral lured me in. The church also had some wonderful bright artwork and 2 lovely statues. But that wasn't even my favourite part. Just round the corner is perhaps the most magnificent door I've ever seen. Made entirely from bronze, it was commissioned in 1996 to celebrate the visit of Pope John Paul II. Alright, so now we're just going to make our way deeper into the old town. On the other side of the fountain we can see we've got the town hall just up there. And as we're moving through the old town you'll see that it really is lovely. And you'll find a lot of nice subtle colours like yellows and greens and creams and pinks. And also, I think you find the architectural styles of Art Nouveau and Baroque. Now don't ask me which one's which because I've got absolutely no idea, but I do know it does look quite similar to the buildings you see in the likes of Riga, Tallinn, you know, in terms of not only the colour, but also just some of the ornate decorations you got on the outside of the buildings. It really is lovely. Anyway, let's go come into a better move. I arrived to the riverside, probably one of my favourite parts of the whole city. Green and delightful, I was greeted by the singing of birds and the crisp morning air. It really is so scenic, and of course being full of bars and places to eat, the place really comes to life on an evening. But enough of me rambling, I think it's time to enjoy the scenery, don't you? Anyway,
I think it's time we carry on the adventure. Back into the centre to check out the iconic Franciscan Church. Dressed in a wonderful salmon pink and suspiciously sporting the Eye of Providence on the front facade.
There's mass on, so the church is closed. We're just going to have to wander somewhere else. Didn't want to go in anyway. It's just starting to warm up. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. And some of these buildings are absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at all this. But I'm a little bit cross, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. First of all, I want to know, which building do you prefer? We've got the Philharmonic building, something like that. Don't know if that's how you say it. And also the university building there. I think my favourite has got to be that Philharmonic one. Hopefully we can go in and take a look inside. It's probably lovely. But why am I angry? So, right, on the guided tour yesterday, the guide yesterday told us that there are 60,000 university students. Now, out of a population of 300,000, that is pretty impressive. But the reason why is they get free tuition fees, so university is absolutely free, and they get like 2 meal vouchers a day to go and eat at like restaurants and stuff. How mad is that? In the UK, we're in like 40k, 50k debt. We're being absolutely mugged off. But anyway, we've got fun adventure time now, so let's go and do that.
It's finally time to explore the iconic castle which sits atop of the city. But first, I passed someone who thought it was a great idea to bring an emu to a bar. They were absolutely correct. Anyway, my friend and I make our way up the narrow back streets of the old town, to where of course we are met with a staircase. Though the effort was instantly rewarded with some lovely views halfway up. But you know me, there's no time for rest. There are some lovely views awaiting worth breaking a sweat for. And after a quick 5-minute walk, we're at the top. But as if that's enough adventure, adding a potential fall to death for a better view makes things a little bit more exciting.
Right, now I tell you what, the things I do for you lot, I have climbed up here and risked almost certain death to get the best view. Better than their view, mine is the best. I am the king up here, on top of the castle. Take a look at this, it is absolutely insane. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? But can you get that? It's drone time, let's go.
Anyway, of course you can go in and check out the castle, of which there is a free viewpoint at the top. And don't worry, if you don't fancy walking up like us, you can get the funicular. But if you visit the city for yourself, you have to make sure you come up to the castle to enjoy these views, which I would especially recommend at sunset. Heading back into the old town now, the echoes of distant music we could hear from the castle grew louder and louder, until we were met with a lovely little surprise. It's definitely the small, unexpected experiences which leave special memories of a place, don't you think? Anyway, after a quick lie down, I head back into the centre in the early evening, walking past the weird rain thing, and then it's finally time to take a look inside the beautiful pink church.
Wow, now I'm glad I did go in there. I've been in hundreds of churches, so I was a bit hesitant as to whether to go in, but it's well worth €3. So make sure you go and check it out. How is this for the view? Again, I think I've got the best view. All to myself. I've just done an amazing time lapse, which you've probably already seen. We've got a few more things to do today, and then maybe a couple of other things. We've got Lake Bled tomorrow, so cue that in a minute. But first, we've got a couple of more things to take off, so let's go and do that.
Next is an amazing spot that you need to add to your list if you're visiting Ljubljana. Formerly one of many military barracks buildings, the area has become a place for urban art. It's located around a 20-minute walk from the city centre, but honestly you need to make sure you don't miss it. I really couldn't believe just how big it was, and how much incredible street art there was too. Anyway, I think it's about time I shut up and let you enjoy it, don't you?
Honestly, I cannot believe just how big this place is. I thought it was just going to be like one little building, but it's huge. Wow, well I think it goes without saying, you can see for yourself, there's an absolute must-visit spot. But anyway, I think it's bedtime. It's been a long day. We are heading to Lake Bled tomorrow, so I'll give you a little teaser of that, and then it might be a little bit more on Saturday, but anyway, see you tomorrow. Good night.
Join me next week as I begrudgingly fulfill another full day's adventure on 4 hours sleep yet again, as we visit the iconic and world famous Lake Bled. Picture perfect scenery and jaw-dropping landscapes, special enough to remember for a lifetime. What a place. Make sure you join me next Sunday to explore this bucket list destination, and there'll also be a fun little surprise at the end. But before you go, I also filmed hidden gems that you need to see in Ljubljana, which will be out the following week, including some more daring exploration, alongside some cool little quirky surprises you'll easily miss.
Alright, and there we are. That is another adventure come to a close. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me and exploring Ljubljana. It's nice to see the place come to life a little bit, and also that below, because I'm having a bloody fantastic time. So you should get yourself here and have a fantastic time too. But also, I didn't really show the place on the evening, but also there's so many bars and restaurants along the riverside, which makes it for a lovely place to sit on the evening and enjoy yourself. And of course, take in the lovely views too. Anyway, I'll link my Lake Bled video there and my Hidden Gems video there, so go along and check them out. As always, subscribe, leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. I always very much appreciate that. Adios!